Do you remember this stuff? The sculptor mould that I made a few weeks back? If you haven't seen and you want to know how to make your own sculptor mould rather than pay an absolute fortune for it, link is up there. So I made it and I tested it out. I stuck a bit of foam on a board and covered it in some homemade sculptor mould, and it worked really well. And of course, I started to make the waterfall, and the waterfall I then discovered I was allergic to, and it was making me ill. So everything went on hold, and this became obsolete for the time being. So with that in mind, I went back to the bit of foam and a bit of board and started playing around with it. What I've ended up with is quite good. Making the island. That's sculptor mould. So, you saw me make this random little thing the other day. I'm going to do something with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It's going to end up, it'll probably end up being a base. I'm also testing out the new setup with the newer ring light. And we're going to just dab some Mod Podge on here. Nice fresh pot. And cover it and seal it, see what we end up. I have the idea of making this into the water feature that I wasn't able to make because I was allergic to fiberglass. Okay, we'll let that dry and then get at it with this lot and see what we come up with. We have this in place. Now, this is turned from, I was going to put a model on top of it, but now it's kind of turned into an island of its own. I'm taking these off. Oh, we have basin glue. We are going to flock. I've got some curiousness. I've tried a little bit of this. I've used this red, brown dirt flocking. What I'm going to do is just cover this in base material and drop a ton of brown, then some green, then possibly maybe try and get a beach going. So we're going to see how we do, and we'll see how we go. But I think first off, we're going to kind of generally cover the whole island in rock. I'm going with, smell that. This is food, herbs and spices and things, so it's going to smell quite strong. Stage one. Okay, there we go. We now have a rocky island. Now, I have no real idea what spirulina is, and I'm probably going to find out this is really expensive stuff. But my weird neighbour Ben gave me this green poison for as much as I can work out. And a spoon on, very, very dark green. I don't know what this is, but it's horrible. I know it tastes disgusting, but apparently you are meant to eat it. It's looking like it's going to make a good flocking material. I'm going to tip off this. Or not. God, this stuff stinks. Spirulina, it really is. I don't really, I'm just baffled, yeah. He gave it to me saying, oh, you should eat this, it's really good for you. It doesn't look really good for you, does it? But this is the man that eats cement. And we kid you not, there's a whole story unto itself. Stage 2 complete. We're back to this. I'm going to be a bit more selective with this. That spirulina is horrible. It's taken half the brush off. Okay, let's go with more traditional. I'm going with some gravelly rocks. The first thing is not being actual food. It's weird, the basin glue has gone blue. Blue, 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 blue. Gone off vegan custard powder, so it gets rid of the smell of the spirulina. just realised something. I'm looking at this and going, that doesn't look right. So I'm going to redo the sand on the beach over where the white is for the most part. The custard didn't work because it's too yellowy white. So we're going to go with brown sand. Been a couple of hours and I put a couple of little bits of rock and crystal in around there, and I'm experimenting with a house that we'll come to in a minute. But for now I'm just gonna redo this beachy sandiness. We're back. It's another day. Sand. Real sand from a volleyball pitch, beach volleyball. I baked it to get rid of any nasty little inhabitants, and I'm going to add it round here. Hopefully this is a little bit more yellow. We'll just see. I'm going to go with small areas, and I think it's probably a bit too much sand here. It's rock solid. Okay. Two resins. I snapped it too much. Oh well, there it goes. Isopropylene alcohol, just to thin it a little. Give it a mix. Tiniest little dribble of dead flesh, just to sort of give it a colour. Ooh, shit, too much, too much, too much. I think we may go with this with the base. That's the extreme edges. Do that into there, drag it off, and then just Stage 2. Do one more in there. I went to pull the thing off and I just snapped my finger in that. Ow! Okay, last pour. I'm going to cut this down. Got some very pale blue paint. bad is it for a bit of foam, some homemade sculptor mould and a bit of board, some resin and some flocking and a couple of crystals, random little pieces. An off-cut of a piece of selenite that the house is made of. I'm quite pleased with this, given it was just a bit of foam stuck on a board as a test. It became more, and it became something worthwhile. I quite like the jetty and the surfboard and the lake and the waterfall. Now I could actually possibly enter this into that contest that I was going to make the Cyberpunk waterfall for before I decided to get really ill from it. I hope you like this. If this was fun, something random out of nothing, worthwhile little video, then please do give it a thumbs up. Let the algorithm know that you've watched this and it was worth watching, and maybe somebody else will see it. If you want to leave comments down below, suggest other things to make and build and other ways to do things, etc., please talk to me. And if you're not already and you are one of the 90% of people watching these videos and not being subscribed, then please just hit subscribe and then come back each time for something new and different. Maybe me painting something, building something, spraying something, burning something, breaking something, giving myself allergic reactions and poisoning myself. It's a myriad of things that I can do and destroy. Come back next time and we will be doing something completely different. So until then, bye. Do you remember this stuff? There is a fly. Go away, fly. Go up. No vibration. How it really is, rather than these wonderfully perfect, complex things where people make art and it's flawless. No. This is more just make it up as you go along and hope for the best. The motto of this channel. That was better. P.S. The child I'm going to kill in a minute because she's just standing outside screaming. I'm sorry if there was noise.